சந்தனக்காற்று நம் ஜன்னலில் வீசட்டும், சரித்திரம் நம் சாதனையை பேசட்டும் என்று கடந்த ஆண்டு நம் ஆண்டு விழாவில் கலந்து கொண்ட விஜய் டிவி புகழ் மிஸ்டர் கோபிநாத் அவர்கள் வாழ்த்தினார்கள். அவர்கள் வாழ்த்துதல் இன்று சாதனையாய் அதே விஜய் டிவி புகழ் மிஸ்டர் மகேஷ் அவர்களின் கரங்களில் பரிசாக வழங்கப்படுகிறது.
Work hard in silence. Let success be your noise. Cambridge takes immense pleasure to honor its faculty who have endeavored their best towards their students. We feel very happy to invite Mr. Erode Mahesh to give the prize to our teachers. Please, sir. Mrs. Lakshmi, for her good support, she is getting gift along with a gold coin. Mrs. Amala and Mrs. Sheila, the three are the most Trinity persons of Cambridge. Next, along with the coordinators of CBSE, Mrs. Lakshmi Priya and Mrs. Devi. Also, we feel very immense pleasure to welcome Mr. Subramanian to get his award. Please, sir. Mr. Patamal, Mr. Sandana Kumar, Mrs. Kartika, Mrs. Chitara Banu, Mrs. Sai Lakshmi, Mr. Subramanian, Mrs. Patamal, Mrs. Madhumita, Mr. Sudhahar,
கணித மேதைகள்
Mr. Sandana Kumar, Mrs. Kartika,
இனிமையான இயற்பியல் ஆசிரியர்
Mrs. Sai Lakshmi, Mrs. Sai Lakshmi,
வேதியியல் வேங்கைகள்
Mrs. Sheba, Mrs. Muthulakshmi,
ஜூனியர் கெமிஸ்ட்ரி
Mrs. Mary Manjula,
கணினி கலகம்
Mrs. Meena Ambika and Mrs. Shakila. Also, we feel very glad to award our 10th teachers, Mrs. Muthulakshmi, Mrs. Sakai Mary Nitya, Mr. Robinson, Mrs. Venmati, Mrs. Venmati, Mrs. Jesu Amardashila, Mrs. Avila, Mrs. Devi. And we feel great privilege to award Mr. Thangabandian for his supportive role in 10th standard. And Ms. Babila for her full attendance during the academic year. And also we feel very privileged to award Mr. Jagan, the dance master. And it is a high reverence to award Mr. Jawahar, this event planner, in this fine day. Please, sir. Now it's time to award the academic achievers. And it's time to award the 10th toppers of last academic year. Sharon as well as Bhuvaneshwari have secured 495 out of 500. They have been awarded a trophy along with 2,500 cash award. Congratulations students. Kavya, Kavi Bharati, Mageshwari and Tanga Vignesh have secured 494 out of 500. Gomadi Shankari as well as Ramalakshmi has secured 493 out of 500. Congratulations students. And also we feel very blessed to have a centum scorers of the last academic year. Kartika, who has secured 4 centums. Pichaya has secured 3 centums, Commerce, Accountancy and Business Max. Indra Priyadarshini, she has secured 3 centums in Commerce, Accountancy and Economics. Sivarama Krishnan has secured 2 centums in Commerce and Accountancy. Sai Pavitra has secured centum in Accountancy. Surya Prabha has secured centum in Chemistry. Congratulations students. And now it's time to honor the centum scorers of 10th standard. Kavya, she has secured 3 centums in all the subjects, Math, Science and Social. Sharon, she has secured 3 centums in Math, Science and Social. Arunachalam also, he has secured 3 centums in all the subjects, Math, Science and Social. Here comes the 2 centum students. They have secured centums in Math and Science. Bhuvaneshwari,